Okay, the next device we're going to talk about is the D4 device. Now this device has quite a few different potential uses. It's rated EN 12841. This is for a descender, so type C. So I can use it as a ascending device, a descending device, as well as I can use it for progress capture and numerous other things. So much like most mechanicals, this device will work very well if I'm using it in a vertical plane. It can run quite smoothly. It has as you can see, an elongated and offset cam with a offset pivot point here. And what that does is allows a much wider sweet spot than some of the other products on the market, which enables it to handle weight better. And because of that sweet spot, I can actually work off angle a little bit. But ideally, if I'm using mechanicals, I'm using them on a vertical plane. So in terms of positioning for arborists, this is likely not something I would recommend. It's useful for that, you can do it, but usually a hitch-based system tends to be a little bit better because we're working on angles 9/10 of the time. So the way this device operates is I'm going to use it with a suitable carabiner, obviously. I can hook it to my substernal anchor point, and you'll see that the side plate can open with no weight on it. I can just depress this button, side plate can open, and I can feed it onto the line. So this device is suitable for 10.5 to 11 mil rope. If you were going to go above that, if you're using a 13 mil line, we have a very similar device called the D5 that is built for a 13 mil line, 12.5-13. And the reason for the close range on diameters, you'll get a close-up on this later. It's this space between the bobbin and the cam that creates the hold. So if I have too wide of a space, it'll be difficult for me to handle two-person load. Where if I limit that range, I can do much more with one device. I can handle two-person load without the need for additional friction. So once I have the device installed on the line, as you will always do, you'll do a functions test. And the way I will do that is just to run the rope up, put my weight on it while I'm on the ground, and you'll see that the cam is going to hold me in place. If I fed this device backwards, you'll see pretty quickly that the device will not hold. Okay, so if I tried to put my weight on this now, it would not hold. So it's very key to do a functions test every time that I'm utilizing this device. Okay. So again, this device can be used for ascent when paired with a handle descender, and you can add pulleys and all that if you'd like. You can very easily set this device up so that the rope will tail through, you'll capture your progress, so I can work my way up the line, and then at any point I could just come down and descend as well. The device is rated for two-person load, so again, if I had two-person load on it connected to the spine side of my carabiner, I would not need to have additional friction built in. I can run two-person load right off the nose, right over the flared side, no problems. You'll see also that we've got some ridges on the cam here, and what that allows is under light load, if I need to come back on an angle, I can just depress that cam, and it allows me to come back on an angle, no problem. Same type of thing if I'm using this for progress capture. In a rescue situation, now I wouldn't be working off a cam descender. This is just for, well, if you can toss me that rope grab over there, let's do it properly. Okay, if I were using this for progress capture and I needed to feed out line to my victim, I can just suppress that cam, and you see how easy it is to feed out the rope to get to my victim. Now for arborists, another place that is likely I could use this if I'm setting up a basal anchor stationary rope system, I can use this device at the base of the basal anchor setup. Okay, and that would allow me, in a rescue situation, once I take off the backups, I would have the ability to lower the victim just off of this device. This device is actually quite suitable for that because it's all metal design. The single piece of plastic on here is this boss right here, and all that does is dissipate heat between the cam and the handle. So all the functioning elements are metal, and as I'm dealing with either metal or trees or any industrial environment, the all-metal construction is much more suited for that application.